everyone run.
Allahu Akbar, another one bites the dust.
It was good. Christians and Muslims.
It's nonsense. It's nonsense when they come with these moralities. But these moralities that they come with, they got it from other men. Now these other men, where do they get that morality from? It's just nonsense after nonsense.
Wait, where do they get that
Back
morality from?
at least back to a certain religion, belief
Yeah, I got a
system.
question. Are you guys all Muslims?
Yeah.
You guys are all Muslims. Do you mind introducing yourself?
Oh, my name is Jed.
Okay, what do you believe in, Jed?
I'm a deist. I think we've talked before. Have we?
I don't know, to be honest.
But yeah, I was like looking
You're a
into
deist.
religion.
You're
Yeah,
a deist.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
yeah. And I was like
Are you
looking
still
to
like? Are you firm? Are you firm on that?
Yeah. I'm firm.
So is this what you believe? Sorry, I don't want to like tell you what you believe. Is this what you believe that like God created the world, but doesn't communicate, doesn't interact with creation at all?
Yeah, I'm firm on that.
All right. Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
All right, beautiful. So if I told you, right, that my wife, she was pregnant, right, and she gave birth to my son, and then as soon as my son was born, I just completely ran away. Would you call me good?
Like the whole like principles like that's something like I'm not good at speaking about. Like I could speak about it, but I'm not really here for that. But I understand what you're talking about. It sounds
can you answer
dumb,
my
like just
question?
leaving.
Yeah,
But
that's what I mean. Like if God is gonna like have God, you believe in an evil God, right? Because
okay, yeah.
why would you bring creation and not tell them how to live? We have
I'm willing to have the discussion with you. Like
yeah, we can discuss this. But obviously, like I want to speak about like your beliefs first and show you how Islam solves that issue. Right? God communicates with us in His uncorruptible Word of God. The Quran has been preserved and it's been faithfully preserved. Like what?
Yeah, I know
about
Islam and Christianity. I know about it, and I know well about it.
Okay, mashallah. So what's your question?
So this is a question that like I ask atheists, I ask spiritual people, I ask Muslims, Christians, and I can never get a good proper answer without them saying like you just have to believe in this because the other stuff is true. But it's the paranormal, the spiritual world, and jinns, demons, all that stuff.
Real. I mean, like jinns are real.
Yeah.
I don't know what
that's why I want the proof. I asked Christians, how do I get a demon in my house? They can't answer me. I asked Muslims, how do I get a jinn in my house? Because I know you guys are pretty good on like I've seen some of the hadiths.
Wait, what does it mean? What do you mean? How do you get a jinn in your house? What's that supposed to mean?
He wants to see jinns.
We don't promote the idea of someone getting jinns in the house. We don't promote that. Firstly, secondly, if a jinn is in your house, I wouldn't know. I mean, a Muslim wouldn't know if a jinn's in the house. It is a jinn who will show, his presence in his way. Whether he starts making certain sounds or he starts doing certain things, he'll make his presence known to you. A Muslim doesn't go around summoning jinns. We don't do that. So that's not something that we can talk about. About the unseen, we don't know. Whatever Allah has told us in the Quran and Prophet Muhammad has told us, we can only tell you. There's nothing more we can say. So when you say, I've asked many people questions, but they couldn't answer, maybe because we don't know about it. So certain questions can't be answered. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's like me telling you what is right beyond the planets of the solar system and the Milky Galaxy. What's beyond over there? You said, well, I don't know. I said, well, I want to know. That's my question. Well, we haven't gone that far to find out, maybe.
Yeah, that's something that could possibly be proven, but the whole idea of jinns is
how can something what can be proven?
Like in the future, that's something that could possibly be proven, right?
But that's it. That's a presupposition. You're assuming it can be proven. How do you know? How do you know something's gonna break out and all technology is gonna go to?
So you're sure? You're sure that the possibility of us finding that jinns and spirits are real is possible?
Well, yeah, of course, 100%. It can be done. I mean, 100%. You can technically find out if a jinn exists. Personally speaking, you can go to India. If you've got some savings, invest, go to India, and I'll tell you where to go in India. go to and speak to some of these Hindus there. They will literally summon a jinn and they will shit the crap, you know,
Look,
they'll make you crap on your pants on the spot.
I've talked
Hindus
to
can do that.
witches on TikTok before. I told them curse me.
Forget
Then.
about TikTok, my friend. I'm telling you, go to India. Go to
Okay,
India. Certain place in India, I can tell you where to go to. You can go in, for example, what is that place?
What's the cities?
Banaras. You can go to Banaras in India. Banaras, and go and speak to some of those what you call it, sages, that they call them sages, or these pandits and all of that, and then sit down with them and see how they summon jinns, and they will literally shit you up on the spot. And I'm not joking, legit.
Are you
this is what they do.
100%
They
sure
do
about
nothing but
this?
black magic. What's that?
100% sure about this.
I am Indian. I am Indian, man. I'm Indian. I'm literally
Really?
Indian. My forefathers were Hindus, man. I'm Indian. I can tell you this black magic is legit. They will literally summon jinns and they will shit you up on the spot.
I've never
I'm
seen
not
proof
joking.
of
They
that.
will do that.
Let me ask him this thing, okay? If the majority of the world, right, regardless of their faith or their background, right, have stated that they have gone through a panorama experience, right? We're talking the majority of the world, right?
Yeah, I got you. I'm listening.
Okay, if the majority of the world believes in this and therefore follows it, would it be irrational to deem what they say true?
Look, this is the thing. I've studied the whole exorcisms, paranormal stuff. I've read into it. I really want to know the answer to this.
But you didn't know about Indians and the.
I know. A lot of Indians, Africans do black magic.
Then go to India and witness it for yourself. You don't have to. You know what? I tell you now, my friend. You don't have to even go to India and speak to someone. You just go into some rural parts of India, and then just walk in a forest. Legit.
Wait, why is it
walk
only
in a
India?
forest. Okay,
No,
fine.
it doesn't have to
Okay,
be.
fine. Go to Arabia.
Even
Africa.
Haiti. No, hold on.
Highest level of shirk, meaning
I know, putting
social
partners
partners of
like
Allah.
deities.
So
I know.
we
Associate.
don't do these stuff. Actually, me actually telling you to go to India or go to other parts and doing that is actually wrong for me to even say that to you. However, since you're very adamant, you want to see it for yourself and you're not even a believer, then go and practice and see, or go and see for yourself what they do there. But you know what? But if you do, make sure you remember our like discussion today, because you're going to regret. Because these kind of stuff we don't get involved in. Nobody should get involved in magics or entities or jinns or shayateen. Auzubillah, may Allah protect us from all of those kind of stuff, man. Why do you want to go in the darkness?
I mean, but brother, have you seen that video of this old man? He used to actually do black magic, right? He used to do this, I forgot his name, brother, but he used to do black magic. He became a Muslim, alhamdulillah, and he accepted Islam. But he used to do black magic and he talked about the sacrifices he had to do, the things the type of black magic he had to put on people.
It's sad. He did all
these
for it to not be
things
real.
to them, right? He did this to many people, and he talks about it, and you become a property to these jinns, bro, to these demons. You understand? and it's hard to let go. That's it. You done.
And they'll
They
give you
own you.
grief. They'll possess you. They'll give
My
you
point
grief.
is not to become one. My point is to
No.
just-
You're
No,
listen.
you
Let me.
thinking like it's Ghostbusters. That's what you think.
No.
This is
That's a good joke,
Ghostbusters.
but no.
Let me
No,
tell you
this is
something, my
not
friend.
Ghostbusters, bro.
If you have, I'll tell you what, something. I'll leave quickly. He'll be after you. It doesn't matter because you're touching his property. Once you get involved in these demon stuff, in this devilish stuff, in this jinn stuff, once you put your hand in there, your thought in there, they will come out. They depict some truth. Like, for example,
which
those movies
ones?
when they say that they start playing these board games or they start doing these stuff and they summon stuff. It's true, man. Once you do this stuff, my friend, it will
That's
come
the
back
funny
on
part.
you. So I'm telling you now, repent, read the Quran. If you want to really learn about life, the light, forget the darkness, read the Quran. You said you
Like-
studied Islam, read the Quran. Study Islam. You don't want to get involved in this stuff, man. I'm telling you now. This is dangerous stuff, man.
I know about this demon possession, the exorcist, and like the Ouija boards. I've read into it. I can't find any solid evidence besides someone saying, "Oh, it's
Have you
true,
done
though,
it
it's true."
yourself? Have you done it yourself?
Bro,
Man,
I own
this
two
guy,
Ouija
this guy, brother, listen. This guy watched the Luigi board movie and you know exorcism and
I don't
he
find
thinking-
those
They're
real.
movies,
he thinking yeah these things are something. No, bro, what we talking about
Bro.
is something.
I literally studied the Ouija
You
board. It
understand?
originated from pagans, and then
Bro,
it became a
I'm
game.
But you
that
haven't
has
played it,
pagans.
have you?
These things that these
I
little
own
board
two
games-
Ouija boards. If you give me
Bro,
the camera option, I'll show you them.
Bro,
I'll play them.
listen, man. All these things is nothing to what we are talking about. All these little things that's moving on the board. No, it's nothing. It's
Wait.
nothing what we talking about, bro.
It's good. Want to know
Don't
why?
tell me.
I can tell you why it's good.
Oh my god.
If you can prove this, it pushes more spiritual people to actually believe in what you guys believe.
Okay, 1 second, right? So, Jed, is your name Jed?
Yeah.
Okay, so Jed, let me tell you what I believe in this, right? Here's my reasoning for believing in this. I haven't had a experience with these things. I haven't seen these things. I haven't come or encountered these things. I've heard of stories. I've heard of people saying they've seen things, etc., etc., etc. Right? But me myself personally, I haven't experienced these things. So why do I believe in it? Right? Well, here's the following. Right? If Islam is true, right? And Islam states that these things are true, would it then mean, logically following, would it be irrational for me to believe in these things?
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking, would it be irrational if Islam is true?
Look, that's the thing. Look, since I do know how Islam works, you guys are gonna have to take it as a yes that yes, this is true because the Quran says so. But from my point of view,
no,
I want the evidence.
Your point of view, I'm speaking objectively, right? I'm speaking now hypothetically within an objective sense. I'm not even talking about myself. I'm saying if the Quran is true and it is the word of God and it is a message from the Creator who created everything, if it is the word of God, therefore, if it states that there is a creation outside of ourselves that is unseen, could you deem this to be true? Would it be irrational to believe in it at this point?
For you, yeah, but for me, I can't find that evidence. It's like a baby step. I'm working my way up to see if it is true. You understand?
Understand, to be a Muslim, one of the pillars, you don't have to believe in the jinn, right? You have to believe in the angels, right? This is not something we advise for people to look into. And I can tell you stories, like there's something called the ruqya. This is people's actually their job, right? Where people, they read Quran on people and then they sort of cast out, like, I don't, it's not like in a
I
Christian
know they
sense,
cast out
right?
surahs. I know about this, bro.
And this is like actually real. And wallahi, like, may Allah strike me down if I'm lying. I've been in mosques in Taraweeh, and I don't know whether you've seen actual like Muslim prayers. Like in Salah, everyone is silent except the one leading the prayer.
I know
Right?
I have. I've been to a masjid near me.
Beautiful. So if somebody while praying, if he spazzes out, right, everyone's gonna know, right?
There's the jinn, I know, but
And
I
listen,
can't.
and I've witnessed it. I've witnessed it more, and I know. Oh,
Look, I know, I understand. There's something I want you guys to
Man,
know.
you
I've
know,
heard the
when I
same
was
answer from a Christian. They told me that exorcisms are real. They cast out Bible verses. Why does that mean Christianity and Islam are both true? I'm not saying they are, but I'm
no,
just
that's
saying,
why I
no.
like,
said to you. That's why
why
I
does
said
this
to you. My testimony is nothing. That's what I said to you. If you want to
like?
believe it, if you want to experience it for yourself, then I'm telling you, you've got to take what comes with it. Like it's up to you. I can't convince you.
All right.
You know what's crazy is even when I was a little kid, right? We used to live in a refugee camp, and in this refugee camp, one night, one of the ladies who used to stay there, I'm talking about, it's like late night. You understand, dark, and she just all you hear is her just yelling and running down. Like she just running around. And then there's this like place where it's like a cliff, and she just jumps off and she dies, bro.
Sorry to hear that, but
But the thing is, people take life and the things in life as a joke. If I don't see it with my eyes, I don't believe it.
I
If
know
I don't
that's a lot of thing
experience
with the
it,
atheists. If they don't see
hold on,
God
one
intervene, then
second, one second. So if I don't see it with my eyes, I don't believe it. If I don't feel it and I don't experience it, I don't believe it. There are things that are not and you have no knowledge of. That's not in this realm. You
I know.
understand?
That's why I'm like, I'd say, like, thank you guys for trying to help, but there's really nothing we could do at this point. I
Well, like
just
the brother Adnan 2.0 said, right? Uh, go to these places, man. If
I
that's
will.
what
I
you want
will.
to, if
You
that's
know
what
what
you want
comes
to do.
with it. You know what comes with it, man.
Yeah, but there's consequences and
Is
everything.
there
So
something I can do in the United States that I can like find this gin? Because I do want you guys to know I study exorcisms. I
to be
study
honest with
supernatural.
you, there is probably you probably getting the whispers of a jinn already.
Really? Where?
You probably don't know it, but it's probably telling you, oh, Islam, it's not true. It's probably telling you stay away
Nah.
from it. Who knows? How certain are you?
We don't believe in Islam because of jinns, right? In fact, we believe it's the other way around. We believe in jinns because of Islam. So if you want to talk about why Islam is true or why it is not true, okay, we can go forward with that. But to go forward, to even talk about this conversation even more, Jed, it'd be pointless. It'd be a waste of your time and our time.
Yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
true. All
I
right.
told you we don't associate and we don't communicate with any sort of entities like that. It's against our faith to even do these kind of stuff. So we can't advise you to tell you what to do.
I understand. All right. Thank you guys.
All right, no problem. Peace.
Peace.
Like I said, but if you wanna really, if you're that desperate, go India and then see it for
I
yourself.
got you.
Yeah.
I'll try to keep up with you guys.
This is where they do the hardcore stuff in India. If you really want the hardcore, like if you're like what are you like a soft drinker or a hard drinker as they say, you want to be a hard drinker, go India. Invest, make this is your mission now. You save up money, work hard, save up money for a trip to India.
Gotcha.
To guide you in the direction of disobeying the creator. Like that doesn't run, my friend. Like
No, but
why
okay,
don't you
Hamza,
believe this?
Abu Hamza, that could actually be a reason that he gets guided. You know why? Because he'll know that there is a supernatural being that exists, and then in this case, he'll probably kick him on the head and say, you know what, Muslims were right. So if they're right in this part, they'll probably be right on that part as well. So that could be a reason, bro. Let him get a little fright. You know, you get a little scare jump. Let him get a little scare jump. Let him taste it, and then find out what he got himself involved. You know, when you watch these movies and they say, oh, we're going to travel, they say, we're warning you, don't go there. Don't turn back. No. Okay, but we warned
if
you.
someone if
So
someone
we
if
warning
someone
you,
says,
my
okay, I don't believe heroin exists until I try it, right? He wants to try
friend.
heroin. Like
Hey,
this
that's
is basically what you're doing, my friend.
Let him.
like
No,
I like.
we can't
It's
be their
crazy.
guardians.
Let
If
it,
he
let
wants
him
I
to
go.
play with fire,
understand where you guys are coming from, but it's very different, bro. Trust me.
you know what? I'm
Okay.
telling you now, Giza. Listen, it's nice. It's nice to sit in your room and talk like that. I promise you, it's beautiful. But you obviously haven't traveled around the world, and I can tell you haven't.
I've been to Mexico and Japan.
Mate, Japan. You've been what? Japan and what? And so you couldn't consult with anybody there. I'm telling you, I've been in places, man, where they're hardcore when it comes to they do like black magic and all of that.
Don't
Not
wanna
that we
keep-
consult with them, but
Don't
people
want to
do
keep
these
going,
stuff.
yeah. But this time, stop looking online. Keep going the way you're going, and eventually you'll find what you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly. You find it, man. Don't worry.
I've done the Ouija board. I've talked to spiritual people,
You'll find what,
witches.
keep looking for it. You'll find what you're looking for. Just keep looking. You know, like they
Yeah.
say, yeah. If you're searching for something, you might not find it straight away. You might not
Yeah.
find it the second time. But if you keep looking for it, if it truly exists, you'll find it. Make it your life mission. Before you die, you'll probably find it. How about that?
That's a good one.
Yeah, stop watching a lot of movies, man. Movies are fictional.
No, I
by
watch
the way.
videos about this, bro. Like
Yeah.
movies, I watch those. Those are fiction. Come on, bro. Like I
And
want.
even videos, man. How you know if
No, videos aren't
if
like,
it's real or not?
No, I'm not talking about like Jin Con camera. Of course, those are fake. I'm talking about spiritual people, like scientists who get into this topic.
Bro, even if it's scientists that's getting into this topic, how you know it's real?
What? That's like if I said,
You know, I'm
even
pretty sure you have places in the part of the world that you're in, wherever you're living in, they have places where it's closed up, like maybe some hospitals or
yeah, I've been
schools.
to this cemetery here in Washington. It used to be abandoned, and a lot of like mentally people used to kill each other there. And they claimed that there was a activity there at night. I went there with my friends. Nothing.
Mhm. That's where you're wrong. That's where the
Go
problem
alone
is.
next time.
You have to go alone. You don't go with friends. That's where the problem is.
Yeah, bro, it was a 3-hour drive, bro.
It doesn't
I had
matter.
to.
Look, this is where your problem is. Your mates will have to drop you off and they have to drive off and you're on your own. That's how it works. So that's why you got it wrong, Giza. No wonder you couldn't find what you're looking for.
Hey, but it's a big I also went to it was the suicide fort. Oh shoot, sorry for saying that.
Yeah, chill. But continue.
In Japan, I drove past there. There was it was closed off after the Logan Paul incident. I went to the island. It was this cursed place in Mexico called it's like an island full of dolls.
So you drove
And-
past somewhere. You didn't
No,
stop.
I walked in the island, but in the forest I
the
didn't.
forest.
Oh.
You should have walked in there alone at night time, man. What are you
Oh,
doing?
man.
It was closed off. I couldn't.
Why are we telling this guy? I feel like we're getting sins after.
No, what I want to know,
there.
every time he gets close to something like this, it's either he's with people
Yeah.
or he is closed off. Man, jump them gates.
Oh my
What
gosh.
about the Ouija board?
yeah.
The Ouija board.
Man, that's nothing, bro.
I could do that.
That's
But
like
you guys just told me Ouija board.
that's like you know, like a Walking Dead to what actually is a horror. You understand?
Yeah, that's child's play.
That's nothing, man.
Why do witches?
Who the heck jumps up when the Walking Dead comes on? Oh my god, zombie! No, nobody does that. What? Zombie's a zombie, bro.
Abu Hamza's right.
But listen,
we shouldn't be promoting this stuff. Like,
no,
we're not
we
promoting,
shouldn't.
we're just
We should.
He's asking for advice, Abu Hamza, and we're just telling him the right places and how to do the things correctly. I mean, that's it, Abu Hamza. Don't worry about it, bro.
You know what's crazy? Listen, bro. Right? We warning you. Right? Remember our warning. Okay? We warning you. Stay away from this. Warning you, bro. Don't go towards this path. Come to the straight path, right? Just worship your creator, and then just live a life of peace and you know, tranquility, and worship him alone, and you know, just follow his commands, and that's it. this life is going to end one day.
True.
I mean, I ain't gotta make life hard, man, about all these things.
But
Then you could, like know in the hereafter, you can know about certain things that we don't see today, and then the realms and what the jinns is about and things that existed. But right now, this the path we should be on, man.
I understand.
Before you go. So if you know that jinns exist, you're gonna believe Islam is true. Is that what you're telling me? Just quick question.
Good question.
100%.
And the only way you're gonna be convinced is if you actually see it. So if you've seen a video, that wouldn't convince you at all.
No.
And no, so even if let's just say, right, I get someone to go and record like an exorcism, like a ruqya, and he'll tell you the dates. Like it's not no old video. I'll get it recorded of an exorcism. You would not believe that.
Look, I've watched I've read exorcism cases, like the exorcism of Annalise Michelle.
Go to Australia.
It was all mental
somebody in
illness and
Australia?
Tourette syndrome.
Go to Australia. Just ask for somebody by the name of Bassam. Yeah.
Wait, why is it always not in the United States?
I don't know
Jinns
anybody in the
exist?
United States. Go to
Are
Australia.
jinns?
Ask for Bassam. I'd ask him once you found this Bassam. Ask him, can I come with you when you do your exorcism? Can I watch?
Seriously.
You want to believe?
Seriously, there's a guy on there, bro, named Bassam. Ask him.
Wait, I have a question for you guys.
Ask him, bro. Listen. We could ask him. You understand?
Wait, I have a
Ask him,
question.
can I come with you when you're doing ruqya? Seriously, that is actually a a good thing.
Wait, I have a question for you guys.
Mm.
Wait, say I go with a exorcist, like a man exorcist, like a Catholic exorcist who takes me to go cast out a demon out from me. Would that make Christianity true or false?
No, it wouldn't.
What would that make it?
It wouldn't make it true, bro. There's no way in heck.
Wait, what would it make it?
Listen.
If he
No,
casts out
but here's the
someone-
problem,
No way in
Wasami.
hell. Yeah.
Wasami, you know what the issue is, right? We told him we don't believe in Islam because jinns exist. We believe that jinns exist because of Islam. So he's inverting it,
That's
right?
exactly true.
Yeah, he's inverting it, and then he says, "Oh, so if exorcism in Christianity is true, then I should is Christianity true?" No, we don't believe in jinn.
Your criteria. That's
No,
your criteria.
this is a
That's why I
genuine
asked
question,
you.
bro.
Exactly. So listen, you actually contradicted yourself, my friend. You're
Wait, how?
asking us, okay? I asked you if jinns are real, would Islam be real? You said yes. So this is
Yes.
your standard. This is not our standard, my friend. Now you're asking us the same question, saying, "Oh, is my position wrong?" Like you know your position is wrong. Have you noticed that? Have you guys clocked on how he shot himself in the foot?
No,
Right,
it's not. I wouldn't say
I
it's a
did. Abu Hamza, I actually did, bro. And plus, on top of that, Aki, right? You already said that you had experience with the Luigi board.
Yeah, I've used one, but nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Okay. Is there anything that happened at all whatsoever?
Oh, I just got bored after like 2 hours in a dark room.
No. I'm not just talking about the Luigi board. Anything you have done.
Like what?
Okay, Wasami, he shot himself in the foot. You don't understand.
No. I understand.
Why
I
is
just
he
want
asking us?
to know. Anything
Okay,
you done, there was no experience at all, right?
Wait, what do you mean? Anything I've done, no experience?
Like nothing happened.
No, nothing. It's all
Okay.
silence. And...
But Abu Hamza, what Abu Hamza is saying is that you just contradicted yourself.
Yeah, I know. It was not really a contradiction. It was like, all right, so if that is true, then what does that mean for Christianity if exorcisms are real? It's more of a second question, not really a contradiction.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're inquiring about something, right? And you're contradicting yourself in that inquiry. Like what? Like your whole mission on here when you first joined is to prove that jinns exist. And now you're asking us, oh, if Christianity exorcism is true, does that mean Christianity is true? No, this is not our standard. This is your standard.
Look. I asked you, right? You gave me the
so
answer.
Why are you questioning your own standard? This is
No,
your
look,
standard, not ours.
How
does that make sense?
Look. No, look, I
Right.
asked you. You gave me the answer, right? And then I asked, wait, if like myself, I see Christians do the same thing. They read Bible verses. What would that make Christianity to you? I could ask the same thing to a Christian. What does Islam exorcisms mean to them?
We don't believe in jinn because
That's not our standard. That's not our standard. That's your standard. Your standard is if jinns are real, that must mean Islam is real. But this is what you said, not us.
we
We're
believe in
okay.
jinn because we believe in Islam. Simple.
Can y'all hear me? Assalamu alaikum.
السلام عليكم أخي سديد تفضل.
I understand.
So wait, because I was listening, and I mean, so am I taking it that you're basically challenging these scary beliefs? Is that what it is? Because I heard you said that you also challenged some witches. You said you spoke to witches and you told them to put curses on you. And what happened? Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Your life was good. No curses affected you or nothing.
I mean, I tripped, but is that really it or what?
No, I mean, yeah, right. I think well, did they say what kind of curse they was going to do upon you? Did they say they was going to?
Well, they just said, just know you're cursed. Then they kicked me out the live.
And that's it. And nothing happened to you. You've been pretty much well. I mean, nothing serious happened.
I mean, we all know how life goes. We have our ups and downs.
Well, like a trip. I mean, a trip. Yeah, I wouldn't consider the trip something, but nothing serious happened to you, right?
Yeah.
From that.
No.
And what other stuff have you challenged? Like, for example, I see you like to travel. Have you gone to there's places here in the United States, not with jinn, but how they claim they have these haunted locations.
Yeah. I've been to this. I've been to this mental asylum here in Washington. It's like the only known place here in Washington State that has activity, which they claim. I went to it. Nothing happened at all.
What about that ranch? What's that ranch? That place that I think it's is it somewhere in the Midwest? That ranch they call it. I forgot the name of that ranch. They claim that all this UFO stuff happens and supernatural happenings. Have you been there? Damn, what's the name? Walker. I think it's called Walker Ranch. Walker Ranch. Yeah, have you been there?
Is it in Washington?
No, I don't know where that's at. I think it's in Nevada or somewhere, Arizona. No, it's called Walker Ranch. Yeah, they claim that. I mean, I've seen like documentaries about it, so obviously I haven't seen anything with my own eyes. But since you like traveling to the places, so you said you haven't been out of your state, you haven't been out of Washington.
I have. I've been to Oregon, Cali, Nevada, Chicago.
Okay. Now, have you been to any of these locations though, like to see like?
No, just the one I went to here in Washington, and we explored some abandoned places. I wouldn't call them haunted, but over there in Oregon.
But nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
I mean, to a degree, like I kind of respect that. Like I respect that you want to get the proof or the evidence for these certain things, or see if they're just talk or trash or whatever. So in a way, because I mean, like Islam does talk about evidence. Like when people make claims, Islam says, yeah, bring your evidence, bring proof, provide your evidence, in kuntum burhanakum, like bring your evidence for what you're claiming. So in a way, I respect that you're challenging witches and stuff. Like the brother said, I mean, if the stuff is real, it can be dangerous and you might want to just, but on the other side of it, if witches or people are claiming aliens or supernatural stuff, in a way, I do respect that. Cause it's like, well, yeah, you want to see for yourself the evidence. Like, for example, I had this guy, we spoke to this guy one time, and I don't think he was Christian, but he was claiming that, there's people who like, his idea was like, God is in us. So we can do things like supposedly like the Bible says that Jesus was able to do. So he was like, he couldn't do it himself, but he was like, yeah, he knows people who can float and fly and stuff like that. And I was like, really? So I was like, well, what's your proof of this? I said, but he couldn't do it. So he said he got videos. I was like, all right, I'm gonna see the videos. Send them. He couldn't get him at the time, but recently he sent me some videos, and the videos look fake. Like, who knows? I don't know. I was like, man, it looked like it's CGI. One of the videos clearly looked like somebody was being lifted like by like Hollywood stuff. Like I couldn't see the strings, but the way the guy lifted in the air and his body mechanics moved, it looked like something was lifting him, and he kind of like leaned forward a little bit as if there was ropes or something pulling him up from the back. And the way his, the physics of his body, I was like, bro, that looked like, like something is lifting him up. And then he lifted himself up and he put himself on a branch of a tree. And I was like, nah, bro, I like the way his body moved, like the physics of it looked like as if something was picking him up towards his back, and his body kind of leaned forward as he was going up. And I was like, nah, but that looks fake. And I was like, I would have to see it with my own eyes. I would have to see these people do it like face to face in front of me in order for me to believe. Because videos and stuff nowadays, there's AI, there's CGI, you know what I mean? So I was like, nah. And even before CGI was popular, movies, they had stuff like that where they know how to whatever they could do to erase the
Okay.
strings to make Superman look like he's flying in movies and stuff like that. If you ever seen those like behind the scenes stuff, even before CGI was there, they already knew how to do this stuff with strings, and they know how to erase it from the footage. And so like I said, so the way I kind of respect what you're trying to do, because you want to see the evidence for itself. At the other side, like I said, be careful if the stuff is real. But so far, hey, you challenge the witches, nothing happened. You went to the haunted places and all that, you ain't see nothing. So, hey, man. Yeah, so document your stuff. If you do see something, or document hey, nothing happened. Like, do you have that on your channel?
Nah, I don't post anything. That's for sure. Like,
okay, you should do it. I mean, you should document yourself in the room. Document the Ouija board is fake. Document the witch just didn't do nothing to you. You know what I mean? That'd be kind of cool. We'll see. So, hey, yeah. But that's it. That's all.
I think that was like the best.
Yeah, it says a lot of like, hey, if that's what you wish, let me read it to you. Go ahead.
He just wants some of the support. Wait, he's actually looking for an opinion.
Yeah. I mean, there's really nothing we can like go to, So,
All right, man. That's it.
Y'all were really helpful though. Like, y'all actually understood. Like, I thank you. I appreciate it, guys. Peace be upon you guys. Peace.
A Rolex. It's a fit look. It's a fit look.
Who's up on the panel?
Yeah. What does a fit look mean, Aki? A fit look.
I don't know what you're saying.
Hey, what's up?
Wait, King Mike,
Yo, how's it going?
you mind introducing yourself, so telling us what you believe?
Yo, what's up, guys? So I'm someone who is interested in learning about Islam. I want to talk about talk to Muslims. I want to read the Quran. I want to read the Hadith. And I'm looking for a knowledgeable Muslim so I can, one day I'll find out what it's all about.
You've been on so many lives, so many times speaking to Muslim, and all of a sudden you come on TikTok and find out. Rule number one is you don't go on TikTok and find out. You actually go to a mosque.
Okay, brother, listen.
Hold on a second, Guy. That's rule number one. One second, Guy.
Shut your face, you little jihad.
You son of a whore. One second. Listen, I don't want to call your mama super slang, because that's what she is. 1 second. Calm down. Calm down. You come on lives. You talk trash. You shut your face. Super whore. You talk trash and then you lie. So I don't like this kind of stuff. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna boot you down back to your mommy's backside. And you're gonna be born again. Okay, you wanna kick him down? I say you're gonna be born again now. Mute him as well. Block him. He's a khinzir. By the way,
Bang, bang, bang.
Did you get one from somewhere?
flip, didn't he? Did you see what happened? He just flipped.
Yeah, as soon as he came up, he started flipping.
He was like giving us a monologue what he wanted to know. I said, you've been in other lives. Why are you coming to this? That's what he does, and let's see, he flipped. So yeah.
No, you know, he's
how old are you, Ethan? Quickly, introduce yourself and tell us how old you are.
I am in. My name is Mason. I'm over the age of 0 age. And
Well, no, we can't speak to somebody of
Bro, it's the water, bro. It's something about the water, bro. They drink it, and this is what happens. I like that. Like that.
Yeah.
The boy standing from Liverpool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Scouser.
No, he does not sound Scouser.
What?
Does not.
It
Does not sound like Scouser.
No, he doesn't sound Scouser. The guy sounds like he's southern, like from the posh areas.
Nah, bro. No, don't say that, bro. That's not true.
No, not London South. I'm talking more southern than London. Do you know the posh areas there?
Yeah, that's not West London and all that.
Yeah, basically.
But that would have been too posh. I say, chap, this is a very ergonomically designed chair. That's how these people.
Yeah, that's the vibe he was giving me.
I say, I am not. I am actually.
Yeah. You know, some of these people that come on here, they are victim of abuse when they were young, man. That's one thing I realized about them. They come on TikTok and, let their anger out, just their little frustrations and stuff.
I want to know about your religion. I want to know about your faith. I want to know everything about Islam. I want to sit down with you. I want to know about knowledgeable people. I want to hear.
Yeah, calm down, relax.
What? I want to speak to knowledgeable people. I want to know about Islam. Mate, rule number 1. Don't come on TikTok for that. Knowledgeable people.
That's what it was.
Well, firstly, you're not knowledgeable, so I'm not going to have a chat with you. If I'm knowledgeable, I'm going to have a chat with someone who's knowledgeable as well. And I don't believe you're knowledgeable, so I'm not going to have a chat with you on that. Isn't it?
I'm gonna send you brother something. Brother Ibn Banks. Akhi, have you ever read a blog about let me get the chapter first. 1 second, okay. 1 second.
Akhi, have you been following Star Wars? Akhi TK.
What Star Wars?
Star Wars Skeleton. The new series on Disney.
Did you actually watch that? Okay?
Yeah, but I watched 2 episodes. You know what? Wednesday gone. Wait, yesterday the new 2 episodes come. I'm gonna go and watch it now. I'm gonna be off now. Because I need to watch it. I got work tomorrow morning, but I'm gonna have to watch it now. The 2 episodes. They're not long. They're normally a couple of hours long. Like an hour and a half, just over an hour long. So there's 2 more episodes.
Oh, subhanAllah. You actually have Star Wars. I didn't know that about you.
Well, you know, I'm from the 80s, man. Bro, I've been watching Star Wars since I was a kid from TV, bro. Like old school TV, bro, without any remote. I used to watch Star Wars, the New Hope, and all of that, bro.
Yeah, subhanAllah. Crazy. We've got another Star Wars fan down there, man. You might be able to get one better, but yeah, I don't
Sammy, you got to be quick, bro. I got to go watch my Star Wars, man.
No problem. Okay. Have you ever wrote any blog about
Skeleton, go ahead, the story.
about chapter 53, verse 19?
Surah An-Najm.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
What about verse 19? Read it, please, DK. What's 19 saying?
Verse 53, verse 19, I don't know.
Chapter 53, verse 19.
I don't know.
Basically, it's all about the idolatry, right?
By Muslim.
And they 1 second, brother. No. The brother gonna talk to you for a second. Just 1 second. It's about the idolatry, and how they try to combine it with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yeah.
And it's called idolatry.
One second. Are you talking about the verse that says something about? Have you seen the
idols?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about? Yeah. They they try to call the Prophet Muhammad well, these deviants try to call the Prophet Muhammad an idolater, like he called upon these idols, stuff
No,
like
it's wrong.
I corrected them on according to going into that chapter. And at first, well, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has actually prohibited that, doesn't accept that. And that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam never did this. But I was just wondering, have you ever
I've
read
got academic papers written by like learned. No, this, I'll send it to you. They refute that. Academic.
I think the verse after
Go ahead, Noise.
right?
Go ahead, Noise.
I think the verse after it explains it.
Yeah.
The verse right after it explains it, man. I think they just take one part of it, man. They don't continue.
No. It's not about the verse after. Akhi. They go to the certain narrations, weak hadiths, and they say that there was something else mentioned on it. So they go to hadith that is weak. For example, they go to Ibn Hisham's what do you call it, Sirah, and then they try to they extract from there and say no, it was said something different. It said, have you wondered about the three, gods, Manat, Uzza, and Allah, and so and so, and these are the gods of so and so. Like, so they added. There's a segment added to it, which is not true. And basically, the scholars went involved. Obviously, they got into this, and then they refuted it. They said no, the chain is weak. It doesn't work grammatically. It doesn't work, and all of that. And they kind of like cancelled it all out. But Christians still bring it up.
Is that
there's academic papers written on this?
Is that the same verse that they claim whenever Muhammad sallallahu got based? So they're saying he got revelation from Satan.
According to that, they try to say this was promoted. No, I believe so. They go to a Tabari as well.
Yeah.
And they say that the
that's where you just said Tabari. Yes, that's where they actually got it from and try to use that argument.
Yeah. Which is
I told him
interesting
about the chain. I told him about the weak, hadith, that the hadith is weak. Just wanted academically, to know this. Inshallah.
Okay, hold on.
There's an ayah in the Quran about I don't want to say it wrong, so I'm gonna paraphrase it. Basically, it says we haven't set somebody a prophet except for they got what do you call it? They got
say that no, it says before you.
Before you. Yeah. I'm just paraphrasing.
Paraphrase. This is dangerous.
Well, in the meaning.
Yeah, so there's nothing like the Prophet Muhammad is not included in it. If they want to take it literally for what it says, it's speaking about the previous prophets.
Yeah. Wasami, I've sent you on the group chat the link, but here's something interesting about Tabari. On the paper, it says that Tariq, in his Tariq, Tabari writes in his Tariq, in his segment of his writing in the history, he says that if I mention, this is the introduction, by the way, this is what he writes, and they quote from his introduction from the same book. If I mention in this book a report about some men of the past which the reader of the listener finds objectionable or worthy of censure, because he can see no aspect of truth nor any factual substance therein, let him know that this is not to be attributed to us, but to those who transmitted it to us, and we have merely passed this on as it has been passed on to us. Meaning that if you find something which is questionable, don't come back to us. We only got it from others. He was a historian at Tabari, so he's only gathering information. Same as Ibn Ishaq as well. I was reading the Sirah of Ibn Ishaq, and I read something similar that he wrote, like for example, Fima Balagana, like as they have heard. Something like this is, we don't know who got it. We only heard it from them, and they got it from somewhere else. We don't know. It's it's something that you don't have to, you can object to it. So this is what Tabari wrote. So to say, oh, Tabari said it, you say, well, if you find something you can object, then it's not from me, mate. Don't come to me. I don't blame me. And this is I've given the paper on the, I think it's a big article. It's in Islamic awareness. It's an amazing paper, and they go through all the chains of those sources, and they break all the arguments from the chains. They say the chain is weak. Where are you getting that source from? If the source is weak, there is not. There is no. It's not. It's broken.
Yeah.
Why are you giving me something which is weak? Do you know how many scholars wrote a paper on this, guys? By the way, Abu Hamza or Sami. Do you know how many scholars wrote a refutation on this? By the way, you know, this was a committee was based on this to talk about this argument. Do you know how many scholars wrote a paper on this refutation? Yes, Abu Hamza or TK, anyone?
I'd say many. I know.
There are so many.
I'd say I know.
10,000 papers were submitted, bro.
Wow.
10,000 papers were submitted. The Muslim committee was sat down talking about this worldwide. 10,000 scholars, they literally sat down and they wrote on this man. They submitted their paper to say, this is weak, this is weak, this is weak, this is weak, this is weak. There's nothing Islamic. 10,000. Obviously, Ibn Taymiyyah, rahimahullah, I think Ibn Taymiyyah's position is different, Akhi TK. You know that, innit? He says that even if it was the case, then it only proves his authenticity even more.
So I have a question for you. What is your method of countering the argument? So whenever that is brought up, how do you go about answering that question?
Is that the argument is weak? There is no validity behind it. That's how you answer it. So basically, the whole argument is based on Tabari bin Ishaq and others. It's all weak. So there's nothing.
Exactly. And if they bring you that Satan casting into speech, right? That surah was revealed in Medina, right? And then they tell you from that same source that this situation happened in Mecca.
It's a 5-year difference or something.
Yeah. So we know it's not speaking about same situation.
No, it's about 5 years difference. You're telling me 5 years later it was a refutation came in. No,
I got you. Fair enough.
Yeah, bro, you know what? Orientalists don't even bring that up. It's just polemics used to bring it up, and Christian Muslims used to be about, but when the scholars got involved, they're like, this is nonsense. Our scholars have already dealt with that. This is nonsense. Like, this is weak. Get rid of it.
You're the one who told me this, Ibn Banks, if I remember correctly, a long time ago, of a Orientalist work that actually refute this.
Yeah, he said that grammatically speaking, it wouldn't even work. If this was true, by using the rules of grammar of the Quran, he said it wouldn't work. It will fail. Just by using the rules of grammar, of Arabic grammar in the Quran, he said it wouldn't work. Grammatically, it doesn't fit in. If you're going to add those two sentences that was in the hadith or the sources that they bring, or 2 words or whatever, he said it will mess up the whole grammar of the Quran. That segment, it's not going to work. He said, so grammatically, we can clock on, it's not even true. Can you believe that?
That's fair.
It's incredible, bro. That's why when the Arabs of that time, they heard the Quran in its eloquence, the Arabic language that it was revealed in, that you Arab brothers and sisters should be so proud of, mashallah, you know, be honest about it. The language it was revealed in, that the Arabs, non-Muslim, they couldn't hack it. There's incidents that we have recorded that some people heard the Quran and they collapsed on the floor. Literally finish, end of, game over, finish. After they heard the Quran being recited, they collapsed because they couldn't fathom how eloquent this is. Like this is too much to handle. So this is very strong. Obviously, as some of us now, obviously we're non-Arabs, even some Arabs, they're not fully eloquent and fit to understand it. But those times, they were well equipped. They knew what they're talking about. It's like you're sitting in the midst of professors on certain subject. Like let's just say on physics. All the professors are there, and all the professors are all like, you know, they're in their field, they're the top, and they're sitting in the company of, I don't know, in a hall, and then they're talking in a language that only they can understand. Do you know what I mean? They would know what they're talking about. We're talking, the eloquence was there. They all understood.
Did you know?
Saying what? So they can't just turn around and say, "Oh, I don't understand your accent." Me and TK were saying earlier on, I think it's from Liverpool, bro. I don't understand Liverpool accent. I have a problem with that. For them, it was nah.
Scousers are like the biggest problem for me. I can't understand them.
Yeah.
What you mean? What you mean? Mad.
Hello. How are you guys doing?
It was going on. But yeah, I mean, subhanAllah, you know, after the Quran, the Arabic language transformed, and the whole grammatical, you know, system was changed, and it's all based on the Quran now.
Grammar came from the Quran.
Yeah.
So to say that the Quran has grammatical errors, auzubillah, that's the first mistake you're making, because grammar comes from the Quran.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it wouldn't work. Grammar itself comes from the Quran. So how can you say that the source that the grammar comes from is the mistake when the Quran is the source of grammar?
We'd like to see
Yeah,
how
I guess over here. But I guess we'll discuss Star Wars some other time, I guess, because
Okay, I was watching quickly one of the videos where one of the teachers of Sheikh bin Baz, rahimahullah, he was, I think Sheikh al-Fawzan had a chance to speak to one of the teachers, and he said to him, advise me about the language Arabic. He said, go and read the Lisan al-Arab. He said, it's like 20 volumes or 50 volumes or something, like 30 volumes. He said, then this is not for you then. If you want to master Arabic, go and read Lisan al-Arab. In fact, he said that the fact that he said that there's a scholar who memorized Lisan al-Arab, literally memorized it. So you can imagine, he said he understood the Quran through Lisan al-Arab, like through the Arabic language. Anyway, go guess in the room.
Salam. You wanna come and introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I came up because I actually have a question about Quran. I have a question about the surah in the Quran.
Okay. Before you ask, just introduce yourself. What do you believe? What can I call you by?
Well, I mean, you can call me by, you can just say Salam, I guess, as my name, and I'm a Christian. Yeah. I'm a Christian who.
Denomination of Christianity, fella.
Excuse me, what?
Denomination.
A denomination, I'm a Protestant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you sola scriptura?
No.
But you're a Protestant, so you believe.
Yes.
How can you be a Protestant and still not be, yeah? You know,
Sola scriptura. I think I actually, so I am not the best in English, so I hope I understand what you're saying with that, and I think that is actually not a book that is. I think that's a book that.
In Latin, it means scripture only. Yeah. We don't rely on.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, sorry. So you mean
you believe in the scripture only?
Yeah, not the church. If your question
Nothing
is
outside the scripture. Nothing outside the scripture.
Yes.
So if we ask you a question, it's not in the Bible, then you can't go appeal anywhere else. Yeah.
Oh, I have a question about the Quran. Do you want to ask me questions now, or?
No. You can ask the question about the Quran.
Okay.
I'm saying that for our position, if we ask you a question about the Bible, and
yes,
if it's not found in the Bible, that means you can't appeal anything outside of it, right? So let's just give an example. If I said, who wrote the book of Genesis? And you say Moses, I said, prove it to me. And it's nowhere to be mentioned Moses wrote Genesis.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Okay, that's what we mean. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that kind of question.
Don't be a hypocrite. Just ask your question. Don't be a hypocrite. Don't change your question. Don't flip it around. If you're going to appeal to the Bible only and stick to the Bible, when we ask you a question that we know it's not found in the Bible, don't turn around and say after, well, actually, no. Stick to
The only thing that I wanted to say is that I will answer as much as I can. I don't have all the wisdom. That's all I wanted to say.
I don't think you have wisdom anyway.
Okay. So my question is in chapter 6, verse 101. Allah says that He has no children because He has no wife. And my question would be, if Allah is Almighty, why does He need a wife to have children?
Yeah, but read the Quran. Like, have you read anything like the tafsir or anything outside of the Quran?
Yeah, sure. I have read interpretation.
Have you read anything prior to chapter 6? So
I have.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
So what is An'am about? What is it about? So I'm asking you, since you read the Quran, chapter 6, you should know what it's about. What is it about?
I have not read the
You
entire
haven't read.
chapter
I'll
in its
just say I haven't
entirety,
read
and I
it.
haven't
Okay,
said it.
quickly, shush, I'm gonna answer it. I promise you. Chapter 6, 101 is referring to who? The mushrik. What did the
To the
mushrik
Christians.
believe? What did the mushrik believe?
Yes, I know that they gave or
Well,
said
I'm gonna
that
say,
Allah has children. It has nothing to do with
your
it.
first language. One second.
Okay, I'll just listen to you until you finish.
No. Yeah. I said, what did the mushrik believe in? What did they believe in? Mushrik. What did they believe in?
Point, dude.
I'm asking you a question, Giza. What do the mushriks believe in?
I'm asking you if you know. If you don't know, just say I
If
don't
you
know.
don't know, you say to us. I don't
I don't know
know.
what the Muslims believe in. I don't know what the
You don't
Muslims
know. Why? The mushriks believe that God has a wife. So this is something rhetorical. This is an order to say to them, you believe God has a wife. I don't have a wife. How can you say God has a wife? So this is appealing to them. This is according to their understanding. God has a wife. God has physical children. God has daughters. This is in response to them to say, how can you say God has a wife? Well, God is, he has children when he has no spouse. Because they believe God would have to have a wife, and through the wife he has children. So in order to respond to them to say, you believe in this procreation. God doesn't have a wife to have creation.
No,
Whereas
I
Allah
understand.
says if he wanted to, he could take from his creation, he can adopt a son. This
Yeah,
is
I'm not talking about.
if
I
he
know,
wanted to.
I understand. I'm not talking about adoption. I'm talking about if Allah wants a son, can he
Allah
have
says
one?
in the Quran, فَآلٌ لِمَا يُرِيد. What is that in Arabic? أخي كيف آل لما يريد? What is that?
Whatever he wants.
He does whatever he wills. If Allah wills, he can do it. Yeah, he wouldn't do it because
Okay.
he does not befit his majesty. Why? Because Allah does not need an heir. Okay? So
Okay, I
that's
understand. Can I speak? Okay. Can I speak? I know and I understand that it's not in the nature of Allah to have a son, and he doesn't need
I'm
a
going to
son.
say one more time in English.
Oh my
You
goodness,
heard the
dude.
point that we made. 1 second. Salam.
Your point is not addressed if he's.
Salam. Calm down.
I'm
Calm
calm.
down. Is it in your nature? Is it in your nature for God to come out from the womb of a woman? Is it in your nature?
Why are you changing the subject? Why?
I'm asking you the question. I'm trying to understand your position. It's not about the question I'm asking. Can God come out of the womb like the vaginal? Let's just say the birth canal of a woman. Can God come out the birth canal of a woman?
If God wants to become
right.
okay,
Can
do you want to hear my answer? Do you want to hear my answer?
Wait a second. Now, can God come out from the backside of a man if he wanted to? Can he do that? Can he do that if he wanted to?
The same question I can ask you.
I'm asking you the same question. You can ask me after. I'm asking you, can he come out the backside of a man? You know your backside that you have.